Overwatch Oasis Tier 2, Season 6, Week 8. We have Blix Renegades versus Spellbound Tengus. I am joined by Daddy Needs You / Hanzo Main.
That's me. Alright, we got readies from both sides, so we are good to start.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
Alright, so Lijiang Tower, it's probably one of my favorite control maps, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite. I do think it's a very, well, I don't think right now it's very versatile, but it is probably one of my favorite maps, control maps.
I wish Symmetra wasn't so prevalent here.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's really good. It's a really, really pretty map.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan.
I really love the New Year's version too.
Yeah, I would have put it on, but some teams get a little pushy about holiday map versions, so I was just like, we'll just do the regular one.
So as expected,
I wish
you have. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Go ahead. I was gonna say something stupid.
As expected, we do have. Looks like both teams are out on Sim. It is looking like Blix. They're not going with Lucio, whereas Spellbound is going with Lucio, so that gives them positional advantage.
Yeah, Spellbound's gonna get there first. Already have the teleporter up and are already setting turrets up. With the Symmetra comp, you definitely want to be the first one on point. So having the Lucio is very beneficial.
I always see both teams go with Creed with the Sim. A lot of the times it's like May or Reaper. Some people play Doomfist even with the Creed. I mean with the Sim. So to see both teams go out on Creed.
Stress popping.
My camera was just off right now. Sorry, chat. Ghosty
does get the pick on Ghosty.
Ghosty does have wall coming back though, so the DPS and the BAP for Spellbound did do a lot of work there. Ezreal switches over to the Junkrat. After you use the initial fight on Symmetra, it's best to switch. Some people do stick with it, which it can either go good or bad when you do that, but yeah, Creed seems to be flanking on the right side.
I like that rotation from Spellbound to kind of make sure your Symmetra gets back to the point safely. It's really smart.
I don't know if Ghosty did that on purpose, but the wall does block off the Kree and kind of keeps him out of the fight for the entire fight. By the time he even gets in, the team has already lost 4 players. I don't know if Ghosty did it on purpose, but it did end up being a pretty big wall for that
accidental or not, it got value.
Yeah. Phoenix does switch over to the Zarya. It might be a bit of a late swap, but if they do cap point at some point, they probably should do a grab.
Shatter comes out. It only gets 1. Gets blocked for the most. Oh, Honey Biscuits gets 2. That's another fight win for Spellbound.
Blix did get the first kill there, but then Honey Biscuit does clutch it up with the big bomb. Distress is able to hang on to his ult. Blix is coming in with only the free ult. You can probably kill a Junkrat ult in this, like in cold phase, you can probably kill a Junkrat ult and get off a pretty big nade.
High Noon does get popped by Distress. Doesn't get anything. Drape does pop High Noon. 2 picks though for Spellbound. And that's a fast overtime win for Spellbound Tengus.
I would say Spellbound did play that pretty perfectly. Even when they lost players first, they were able to clutch it up one way or another.
I feel like the ults management was really strong from Spellbound there. They didn't overuse ults, so that kind of helped them win the fights fast.
And when in last fight they had the perfect ult to the deep drop and the Deadeye to stall them out. Give them enough time to clutch up the fight. Nice job from pretty much everyone on Spellbound.
Yeah, 100%.
We've seen a couple times where one team 100 zeros one round, and then the other team comes back 100 zeros the next round. And it's a pivotal match.
Ooh, Azrael getting the first pick onto Obama. That's a lot of healing gone. And yeah, the picks are going in favor of Blix here. 4 picks so far. If you're Tengus, you kind of just want to get out of here. Reset. Does look like Honeybisk will be able to get away.
They can have that person or something like that's probably the one person outside of your main team that you don't want to lose first, because you lose so much healing and you lose a lot of ult charge that he could have gained in that fight also.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think if you lose the Baptiste, it's almost a pullback moment.
You rarely see like Ashe played here, which is I do find kind of weird. But I see what she's doing with like the off ankles and poking them out before they even engage. I think it might be time to stop the sim off. Yeah, let's go guys over to match the Ashe. A big fight from either side here can win the fight from either side.
Yeah, Ghosty decides not time to play. Don't want to play the sim anymore, so let's get on to McCree. Which is smart because Dre setting up on that stage. You know, one counter to sim is long range. So grab does come out, but Distress grabs 2 with their tire. Tire gets broken from Azrael. And there's only 2 left for Blix on point. Phoenix falls. That will be a fight win for Spellbound Tengus.
Spellbound, we are coming up on 4 ults here. Blix are coming up on 4 of their own also. So it'll be a pretty big fight ult-wise. They open up with Bob, which is...
Here comes Bob. I think he went a bit far.
Yeah, he's in a pretty bad spot, but Diva almost got
Ooh, both shatters come out, but Hunky's shatter gets 3, but the beat comes out to save everybody. Bap window also comes out. Hunky taking out Bambi, Ghosty taking out Hunky. And it looks like picks are going in favor of Spellbound. And it's cleanup and a fight win.
Azrael switches over to the Reaper here. I do think if anyone should have switched, maybe it would have been Dre, because you kind of do need DPS that can brawl with your main tank in a map like Legion Control Center, where the whole point is kind of just to play the same ball around the other.
Yeah, you play around you should play around the pillar. I agree. No picks, but Ghosty did take out the Rhine shield, so that could be pretty big.
Dre is giving up some really big dynamites though, and it does end up helping take out this stress there.
Grab does come out, grabs 3, and it... That's a 3K there for Phoenix.
It will be 1 fight territory for Spellbound coming up here. So, and they have Diva Bomb, Tire, Window, might build up a couple more ults also. So it is looking good for Spellbound, but also Blix does have Shatter. So probably
Blix coming up on 5 ults here.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
This tire is gonna have to be pretty massive. Gets destroyed.
Big Shatter.
Bomb invested. Doesn't get anything, and that will be a point win for Blix.
It did look at one point that Spellbound was able to gain their footing and turn it around, but then Blix dominated the last 2 fights pretty easily.
Yeah, that last fight was especially well played by Blix. They kind of layered all of their ults together pretty perfectly. We do see Spellbound go back to their their first point night market comp with Distress on the McCree and Ghosty back on the Sim. Haven't seen Dre back onto his soldier. Azrael sticking on the Reaper. No Sim from them, which means they'll get the point just a tad late.
I still find it weird that no one's like playing May much.
Yeah, I think May, maybe not so much here, but definitely Night Market is really strong. But May is just really good on control points in general. Bambi winning the poke fight. And it looked like Katie was trying to reset, but Honey Biscuit got the credit for that kill.
Which actually helps Honey Biscuit with her charge, honestly, so that's kind of unlucky. Azrael switched over to Junkrat. I guess he felt like he couldn't play Reaper until it was pretty smart decision.
Yeah. Helps to... Go ahead.
One thing with the Diva versus Zarya matchup is like Honey has eaten most of the fire strikes, at least in the post phase, by Hungy, whereas Bambi gets free fire strike. So
Nano Ryan comes out.
Bambi dies first. You do have Bambi with Shatter, basically Hungy's about 25% behind, but Bambi does go down first thanks to the Nano Ryan. But Spellbound, they're trying to turn it around. Honey Biscuit Blue put on the show.
Honey Biscuit with the 3K.
And honestly, this is really good for Spellbound. They already have, and they actually end up turning it around and winning. That's actually Obama Buster and Honey Biscuit kind of put on the show there.
They turned that fight around. I thought that was a lost fight for them, but they turned it around. Honey Biscuit getting a 3K just had to seal the deal.
Azrael switches off of the junk and goes to Hanzo, then Dre goes over to junk, so that's a bit interesting.
I mean, that is a way to win the shield fight, 100%.
Well, yeah, I thought it was just weird that Azrael switched off of jump just so Drake could pick jump. Whereas I think Drake played Hanzo before.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise Hanzo jump that's the last man. No Reinhardt wants to go up against.
Bambi invests Shatter, but only finds the shield. Hungy uses Shatter, but only finds the shield. Big ante from Esdeath, but nobody there to counter, to follow it up. And Spellbound Tengus wins the map.
It was a pretty dominant map, so 1 and 3, but map 2 did. Blix was Blix dominated, but not to the level of like Spellbound did on maps 1 and 3. So nice job by Spellbound to take the map.
I think it was definitely a case of Spellbound kind of favored the styles of point 1 and 3, but Blix kind of favored more the brawl style on Control Center.
That is a lot of healing by Gary. There's a lot of healing. So this match does have some playoff implications, mainly for Blix Renegades. They have to win. They do have to win to get a first round bye. They probably should want to win by... I think a 4-0 is probably what anyone is always going for, honestly. But they could get a first round bye, but not the #1 seed if they have if they end up in a tie in map differential and record with C11, then C11 would get the tiebreaker because going all the way back to week 1, C11 did knock off Blix, so they do have the tiebreaker edge. So this is a pretty important game for Blix. As far as Spellbound goes, I'm pretty sure Spellbound can still get as high as like the 4th seed, and so that kind of gives them first map pick in their first round matchup if they get that high. So it's pretty important for both teams to want to win here. And nice job by Spellbound coming out on top in map 1. But we have seen, there's a saying in Overwatch that the worst team loses control. I mean, the worst team wins control most of the time. So we could see, might be the case here.
Yeah, well, we're going to a good map this time.
Numbani, and it is
a good map.
So I think the only person is Demo coming in on support for Katie. That's the only switch, and then Bambi doesn't. Yeah, Spellbound doesn't have any swaps tonight, which is I think that is like, I don't know. Maybe some captains will agree with me. Maybe the captains with like bigger rosters, when you don't have any like swaps that you need to make throughout the night, like it honestly is like, it really helps, especially if you have like a lineup that you're comfortable with. Not having people that you need to like, where you want to like give playtime to everyone, you know, not having to deal with that, or making sure you don't upset anyone due to playtime issues. Like it is a breath of fresh air.
I agree with you, and I also think there comes a strategic advantage. If you're on a roll and you're just keeping the same people in, it's so much easier to keep that momentum going and just kind of keep chugging along on a win streak. But similar, if you're losing and you have to keep the same people in, I feel like it can get disheartening pretty quick.
But if like they can keep their mentals in check, they could, you know, find a momentum, find something that's working for that specific group, and then turn it around down the line. Like I would say our best, like TFC, Eternally Feeding's best game was when we only had like 7 people show up against Pizza Planet, and I think a big part of that was because we only had to run one lineup the entire time with not a lot of issues. So
yeah, I can definitely see that.
We do have readies from both teams. Hungy gives his, you know, special ready.
Yeah. Gotta love him.
Numbani is a very Dive favored map, and I do expect to see Dive from both teams. Well, maybe not like full Dive. I do at the very least expect to see Monkey, because Blix does like to play Rhine Monkey sometimes, which is...
Yeah, I've seen that too.
It's an interesting, but it does seem to be effective. They have made it work a couple times, so you do have to give them credit there. Like, even if it's an unorthodox comp, they get value on it, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
I mean, let's call it what it's a weird comp, but it works. But it works, so, you know.
When GOATs first started, people thought, you know, 3 tanks, 3 supports, no DPS was a weird comp, and then we saw that comp, you know, dominate the entire game, ladder and pro Overwatch for about a year.
All right, so Ryan Monkey. Oh yeah, that's weird. Ryan Sig.
Monkey Sig, not Ryan Sig. Monkey Sig.
Or yeah, Monkey Sig. Okay, that's a bit weird. That's a bit weirder.
I will say it is interesting that they're taking Esdeath off of the Ana. Esdeath's Ana this season has been probably one of the best, if not the best, in Tier 2. So taking them off of Ana here, I do think is pretty interesting. This is a very Ana favorite map. At least first point is very good for Ana here.
I'm agreement.
On the side of Spellbound, they're running the Monkey Rush, Tracer Echo, which I do find. Oh, Tracer Echo versus this will be interesting here. 2 different styles of dive, basically.
I do kind of like leaving the Sigma here just to kind of check this high ground.
Oh, I forgot I'm saying. Okay, sorry, chat again.
Ooh, Phoenix gets taken out by the unfairness beam.
They also take down Dre. Taking down Dre there is actually very big, because, well, you would think Ghost would have free reign on the Echo, but Monkey is able to take her out. But they also lose Sig. Phoenix is a very fast primal rage, but Bambi is the one getting all the kills with just his primary fire here. Nice loop onto the Monkey to jump. Maybe we didn't need Ko there, Gare Bear, but, you know, fight was won.
Just talking to him directly, I appreciate that.
He loves being called the Gare Bear chat, so call him Gare Bear.
Oh, I'm sure.
Next time you talk to him. We have seen a lot of something that people see a lot. I'm pretty sure a lot of teams have witnessed this, where you think you have it won, and then The enemy team comes in, they get a weird kill, then someone's stalling by like a Lucio riding on the walls. You don't even see him, you can't shoot him. And
yeah, and then everybody somehow gets back to point, and you lose it for no reason. Yeah.
Or your team completely gets off point chasing like a random hero that only one of you could have killed on your own, and then it's just. So maybe the code kept that from happening. You never know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Blix, both the DPS did build up their ults. In the first fight, well, let's see, distress. Both the DPS did build up their ults on the first one.
I do also want to mention that Hungy did swap off the Sig and onto D.Va, so we do see both sides running a traditional dive tank lineup.
So the EMP took out Ghosty very quick, but sometimes that's all you need is one kill to stop the momentum, especially on Nubani's second, where you can kind of get steamrolled for the entire second. Nice eat behind him. I think he's having a great game so far.
I agree. You see Bomb come out. Catches Phoenix. Beat does get used from Spellbound as well.
Someone needs to get up there on the Dre. Okay, so both tanks go up on Dre.
Ghosty using Bomb. Mostly clears out the point. Hungy still left. Does get demeched though. And Hungy will be taken out for the trouble.
We have a 5-minute time difference on the side. That is very impressive so far. But we have something, we've also seen people get stalled out on Nubani third. It's a first two points are very good for dive, whereas third point it's not necessarily the best for dive. And then we also have Blix on 2 dive counter DPS with the sword and the Reaper. So Spellbound might not have fun for a while here.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those points where you want to consider maybe just completely swapping your comp if you don't roll through it fast enough. Ooh, Hungy does find Sweet though with the bomb.
I do think Spellbound maybe probably need to take a fast fight because I don't know if they want to keep playing into the Sword Reaper, so I don't know how long they want to play around here. I think this probably could be a good time to see a Bambi switches over. They don't have really that many ults outside of Code, so yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
We do see the swaps coming in here.
I do wonder why Ghosty didn't switch yet, because Sword against Echo can be a bit. Oh, we'll go 6 out of 3.
They were 50% to ult. I think Echo builds ult fast anyway, so I think they're probably trying to go for a duplicate play here. Azrael does find Ghosty though, does take them out. Stress does take out Azrael as well. Mercy Res does come through though. D.Va Bomb comes out, finds Dre.
They don't have res for that. They just res Monkey. That was a big anti on side of Demon there, helping take out Sweet.
Azrael taking out Ghosty again. You see Honey Biscuit try to go up there to contest Azrael, falls down. Bambi does pin Phoenix though, takes him out.
Distress has also built up a pretty quick Deadeye here, so we can see what he's able to do with it. They do have to watch out for this Reaper though. Typical Reaper flame. Oh, Honey's up there.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
I think Ghosty messed up her there.
Yeah, copied the Mercy and then got pinned immediately for it.
I mean, maybe she wanted to match Res. Res is a
hey, I mean, extra Res is it's kind of big sometimes.
And Valk isn't the worst ult, and it might be the second worst ult, but it's not the worst.
I mean, unlimited ammo. Mercy pistol does a little bit of damage.
Mercy can one-tip you. I don't think most people know that. Mercy can actually one-tip you.
Ooh. Nano Ride coming out. Hungy does take out Ghosty with the bomb. Nano Ride doesn't find any picks, but does help Phoenix build up a little bit more ult charge.
I do find
Bambi looking to hide, maybe store up, get his shield back a little bit.
You need to be careful. I do think it's interesting that Phoenix has actually gone over to the main tank. He was an off tank last year. He's become a main tank this year.
Yeah. I think that's one of Blix's strengths, though, is that their tank line can go either way when they need them to. That's a fat shatter, but it only finds one pick. Phoenix does get taken out, but rezzed. Azrael finding 2 picks onto Ghosty and Sweet, but taken out by Obama Buster.
That 5-minute time mech has now come down to 1 minute. We're probably looking at last fight here on the side of Spellbound. So it is. They're coming up on 3 ults. They'll probably get. They can probably get dragons. Hanzo puts out a lot of damage. Can build up pretty quickly. Whereas they're coming into Sensu, Lead the Bomb, Torch, Splooge, Reaper, Death Blossom, Nano, Valkyrie.
Yeah, I definitely think it hinges on Spellbound making use of their early ults fast. Does take out Phoenix, Turb Turret goes down as well, but Baptiste goes down.
Yeah,
that's a big pick.
Sweet is coming up on Beat Drop here, so that could help sustain until Obama gets back.
Torbolt comes out, but Dragons comes out to help. Both bombs come out. Oh, Hunky's bomb finds 2, and that evens up the score here. Nano Rind comes out as well. Honey Biscuit gets demeched, taken out. Phoenix finding Baptiste there. And that will be a 3rd point hold for Blix.
Yeah, like I said, like the first 2 points for Nubani are great for dive, and a lot of times teams get rolled on those first 2 points, but then that 3rd point is complete change of pace, and it depends on who can adhere to that change of pace best, and Blix did it a lot better there.
Yeah, your best bet for Numbani 3rd is to try and get a stagger pick. Off of end of second, and just kind of try to steamroll there. Otherwise, you have to throw yourself at the wall a couple times and see if something sticks.
But they did get it close. At least they didn't like stop in the middle of 3rd point or right after bridge.
Yeah, that is definitely a hard place to push.
As soon as they get second, then they basically probably won the map already. So they do have it. They did get it close to the end of 3rd point. So
yeah.
Some more
Blix will basically have to take all of 3rd to win the map here.
So we see a Tor pre-rush, kind of like looking like an anti-dive, and it was looking like Blix are gonna stick on the dive here.
Esdet's still on the Mercy and Demo on the Ana, which I will say Demo did look good on the Ana.
Yes, he did. He actually got a lot of big antis off, the ones that Honey wasn't able to use. The nanos, of course, the nanos were huge.
Yeah. All right. It looks like Tengus are gonna opt to go all the way around instead of on right high ground here.
They kind of want to be careful.
Phoenix does find a pick onto Sweet immediately, but Honey Biscuit does get a boop kill onto Dre.
And that's unreversible also, so you do lose a, I think the bigger loss is for Blix because Reaper is the big source of damage. I don't know how Phoenix is going to be.
How? Is it damage boosted and hitting everybody with the beam?
Slams. Maybe he's getting like a lot of like big AoE slams, but he is like.
That was insane. That is the fastest monkey ult charge I've seen ever.
Yeah, that was like 40 seconds. Ghosty is interesting. Ghosty does the stress takes out Phoenix. Ghosty's able to use Turbo to cover the point in lava. They do take down Sweet again. Underdust is also on the good fire strike through the window. They take down Bat also. It is looking rough.
Oh, Azrael is just cleaning up right now. Bambi does take out Hungy though before they get the remake. Bambi is alone, gets taken out by Phoenix. Azrael just casually getting these picks here. Demixed Honey Biscuit and takes him out with the melee. I think that'll be point take for Blix.
Second point might be a bit more favorable for Spellbound, but it depends on when they're able to take a fight, or if anyone got like late spawn. No one doesn't have gotten late spawn yet. That's actually pretty good.
I think they're definitely going to be able to hold around boss here. Shatter comes out, does find two. Phoenix does fall, but gets rezzed almost immediately. Stress popping High Noon, taking out Esdeath. And Tengus will be able to actually hold corner here.
Holding corner
it's pretty favorable for them.
Actually, yeah, that's actually a pretty nice spot to hold against dive. But they will be. Azrael does have dragons coming up here, so that's a pretty good ult to clear this corner for Blix Renegades.
That can definitely be an ult that splits them up and makes the fight easy to engage on for Blix.
Might even get a couple picks, honestly, because they're all like grouped up right here in this one spot. Maybe Honey can get off a big heat.
Here comes the dragon. Torbolt comes out. Honey Biscuit gets demixed by Dre. And Phoenix in the Spellbound backline does find a pick onto Ghosty. Distress taking out Dre though. Death Blossom.
If Spellbound doesn't, lose any more players here, they have set themselves up in a pretty good spot to hold.
Both bombs coming out. Honey Biscuit bomb doesn't find anything.
Doing a lot of work. Doing a lot of work on this one.
I'm real surprised the recontest came in on that one. I thought it was a little too late.
Sweet switches over to the Brave, which I don't know if Drew switches off the Reaper. That little rally there. Ghost switches over to Reaper, maybe that counteract Phoenix. Phoenix does have yet another monkey ult. He's going back to spawn, so they're actually going back to spawn. So.
It looks like this is a kind of a more modern take on like a Deathfall comp. Which, I mean, if you can't dive a single target, makes sense why they would switch that. Looks like Blix though are opting to go for the double shield look for their tank line. Dragons comes out, finds Sweet and Ghosty.
Well, those are two pretty big picks. Taking out Ghosty and Sweet there. Maybe a window here to slow them down.
Big ante. Bambi being held at half. Stress taking out Dre. Azrael taking out Distress. Honey Biscuit finding a pick onto Phoenix. Spellbound with the reinforcements looking to move in. Azrael taking out two before he gets taken out by Honey Biscuit.
So we did see Blitz sold for 5 minutes. Spellbound's that sold for like half that. But they kind of can't lose a single fight from here on out.
Yeah.
They
definitely want that card moving backwards.
So that might be the only select plan, whereas Demo could very much look it up another big nano here on Phoenix. They have another dragon coming up already by as well, so that's pretty impressive.
Shatter does find Hungy, but doesn't get taken out. Jerry does find the pick onto Phoenix though.
So they take down Phoenix and they keep him from Red. Oh, nice shatter into Flux. That's actually very impressive.
Oh, but Honey Biscuit finds three.
Wow. Nice. I think Honey Biscuit is having an insane game. Nice job on Honey Biscuit. That was because that dragon into the Flux was honestly going to be huge. That was impressive.
That could have been a game ender, but that 3K bomb just kind of saved it there. Unfortunately, Ghosty did also use Death Blossom there, so that's offline now.
I mean, Death Blossom into
Did you hear that stereo? I knew.
Nice job by Sweet to get off the beat block there. That's actually huge.
Also, Jerry having the time perfect immortality.
Honey Biscuits
Honey
probably
Biscuit.
should want to jump off here because, okay, she actually.
There you go.
Yeah, because like Reaper's still in spawn. So by the time Reaper gets there, it's gonna be back. Oh, Phoenix and the rest of the Blix are already engaging. They do take down Distress. Started the fight. Ghosty takes down.
Ghosty finds the pick.
Neither team really has ult here though, so they do have Flux coming up, but Spellbound doesn't have anything to counteract that outside of mine.
We could see a Sig 9.
That is true. That is very true. They do take down Azrael also. That's very impressive. And we do. Oh, we don't see the signal. That was so close.
I thought it was definitely coming.
I thought it was. It is a very back and forth fight though, so no one can get off the point here. Jerry nor Honey is nothing.
But Jerry just in the back, just kind of sitting there and getting huge value.
Both teams rolled on the first 2 points with dive, and then switch over to old reliable Reinhardt, and you get 5 minute hold and like a 3.5, 4 minute hold. Spellbound. So that's close game so far. Nice job by Honey. Honey has had an insane performance tonight so far. I am very impressed by Honey Biscuit.
Absolutely same.
But also Phoenix with the 30-second primals, like that's also, you can't ignore that either.
Do we want to talk about that 26k healing card?
Gary's a monster.
Jesus.
Gary's a monster.
That's not 2k per minute, but that's pretty close.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Ooh.
So Spellbound, they do take a 2-0 series lead here. We've seen a lot of reverse sweeps in Oasis, and this has been a very close game through the first 2 maps. So nothing is set in stone. Still have 2, possibly 3 more maps to go. Map 3 is it Hanamura, correct?
Yep, that's Hanamura.
The second worst map in the game outside of Anubis, but
Really?
Anubis is by far the worst map in the game. I don't know why people don't see that. Anubis.
No, I'm on the same train as you with Anubis.
Wait,
Hanamura?
What's worse than Hanamura? Outside of Anubis, I don't think there's anything worse than Hanamura. Hanamura's second point, like I don't know, maybe it's just because everyone goes top right for like 6 straight minutes and get held. Like maybe that just is just annoying to watch. But
my friend, Havana.
I love Havana actually. I'm a big fan of Havana.
Okay,
I think Havana is such a versatile map though. Like Havana is honestly one of the better. It's a very. I think Havana's great.
Hey guys, let's go double shield and double sniper. Nah,
but second point you don't have to
sorry.
play. Second point you can play more of a brawly in second point.
Oh come on, dude!
And then you switch back to the snipers on third point.
You're hurting me, dude. You're hurting me. All right.
Hanamura favors Mason. It favors Bastion Fair stuff. I'll watch the old iconic news special. From last season. It favors Pocket Ash. Put Ash on like top right and just let her go to town because no one can walk. There's only one choke on Hanamura. That is such a bad way to design the map. There's to be one choke on Hanamura.
Okay.
And teams just Junkrat, like Zen, like teams just. Something Budweiser says about Hanamura is honestly just like have 6 people shooting into the one choke and you will most likely get a full hold. And that is honestly true. Whoever hits the
Okay.
luckiest shots wins Hanamura. That's how that goes.
I'm with you on the mechanical stuff. I don't agree with you that it's the second worst map in the game, but I recognize the faults on Hanamura. But it is a gorgeous map. It's so pretty. It's so pretty.
I love like the I don't know what was that, the thumbnail for the map, like seeing all the like colorful leaves like in the dojo.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful map. That's why I like it. That and I'm a Junkrat player. I'm Junkrat scum. So.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
All right. You know what? You like Havana. I play Junkrat. We're the same. Okay. All right. We got it ready from Spellbound. Just waiting for readies from Blix. There we go. As I say it. All right. Swapped everybody. They only have one spectator, so that made my job so easy.
How often do you see between both teams there's only one spectator? That's not often you see that.
You don't see it often, but oh my god, it's wonderful.
It is. It is.
The worst part of casting is 100% having to flip everybody on third and fourth map, and this is wonderful. Anyway, let's get started.
Traveling to Hanamura.
So I think he already gave a pretty sufficient breakdown of the mechanics of Hanamura. But I'm curious as to what busted comp we'll see for this map.
I mean, I brought up OwO and Farah on Hanamura. You know, Spellbound to have Distress, who's
It's true.
Another Farah main.
We could see some nasty Far Mercy plays.
Ready for
And
battle.
we do see. Oh, look at this.
My man. Just called it casually. Alright.
Like season 4 Oasis, this was like
Attackers incoming.
like if you weren't playing this, you weren't trying to win. You weren't trying to play double shield.
No, you were literally throwing
with
if you
some
didn't play.
pocket ash or pharmacy with the bath. Like you just weren't trying to win.
No, if you didn't run this, you didn't have a chance of winning.
And like this sim is either gonna work out great because they'll get the point fast and set up avoid the Farah enough for them to get picks, or maybe even get ticks like cap point, or the sim is going to be absolutely awful and the Farah is going to just have out and at the first fight.
You just have full free reign over it. It really depends. Yep. There we go. We see Distress with the opening pick.
I don't know if it was smart to take it, but it did come out. Well, they do have Widow. Widow does take out Ghosty there. Jerry is a very well known Widow player in the server.
And we just Dre's maybe gonna have to focus on the Farah. I don't know that they get to point without the Farah being down.
Dre did body shot him there, so we'll get you to see.
Good old body shot bandit. Let's go.
All it takes is like a little move of a pixel for it to get a headshot. Also, this kind of is hard for like Widow to play into because we got Ghosty there again. It is kind of hard for Widow to play into just because of the sight line. It's so easy for Farah to just avoid the Widow.
There's a lot of pillars that you can hide behind.
I will not wait
Distress is like jumping on the Widow and spawn.
I'm taking care of
I did not know.
Distress, it's not that serious, man. It's not that
He's
serious.
like on the Widow and spawn. They actually spin. Okay, they send Lucio back. Lucio died. They do get Mercy. That is unfortunate. We sit down three.
That could be massive.
Distress is on 1 HP here. Gary's able to hold him up. He's back on 1 HP. This is. Oh wow. Gary is hitting like
directs on the Pharah.
On the Pharah in the sky.
That's insane. Alright. This has been
maybe Ghosty should put like
really chaotic.
I don't think Ghosty should continue to take this like battle with that with the Widow.
I like the rotation here from Blix taking the fight directly to the double shield.
That is a big
Sigil comes out.
Big window. A big
Doesn't find anything, but Distress does take out Dre. But Azrael taking out Distress.
I think they have a res, and they do.
Yep, there it is. Alright, we see the rotation here from Phoenix onto the backside of
We're down to a minute. I don't know if we, like, has there been an actual fight? Like, I think a lot of it has been,
this
like,
will be it.
Yeah, that is true.
It's been extended poke this whole time.
Yeah. It's down Gary. Hunky's flexing here.
Sweet does find the res onto Bambi. Hunky taking out Honey Biscuit. Phoenix with the sniper fire strike onto Distress, and that'll be a Blix take. That was a very messy poke ward, but Blix did end up coming out with the point take there.
Blix
so
is
you know,
coming up on 4-0. So you can get real. Oh, okay. There won't be any snowball here. Thanks to this track.
We do see the hold here, but that was 3 ults used on the side of Spellbound Tengus. So
was it only 2? Oh no, they use window. Yeah.
They use window, bongo, and Pharah ult.
Now staying on the fair here. This is like definitely in like alpha move here. Like we see your double hit scans, and we're not scared.
It's
And
definitely a risky play.
I respect it. I think it's. Take out
You see Visor come out, does take out Distress. Ghosty taking out Azrael though.
2-for-2 trade here. Spawn advantage obviously is with Spellbound Tengus. They have 2 people on point here, so that is.
Bob getting ticks by himself.
Yeah, that was like Bob was the last man standing there. Like that.
Don't say Bob didn't do nothing for you, because he did.
Bob was putting in work. So the stress does switch off of the Widow. She did come out and get a pick on Widow. That was like, I think that was Fleta that did that. And no, it wasn't Fleta. I can't remember which it was. They popped out of spawn on defense. Hanamura got like a 2K. I think it was a K actually. Got like a 2 or 3K and like went back to spawn and switched.
We see Visor come out from Ghosty, beaten response from Blix. Hunky does take out Ghosty, but Blix looked to be going in favor of Spellbound here.
Duchess put in work. Duchess has had a really nice game himself, also.
Dre getting off the Widow, going on to the Ashe.
Even though Dre's Widow was like popping on Hanamura, like first point, it is a very, very tough Widow map. It's a very tough Widow map. There's just a lot of places to hide, and a lot of ways to avoid Widow.
Yeah, I definitely think the Ashe pick here is a little better. Better ult for sure. They get a 4K on the side of
Picks are going in favor of Blix here. I think that'll be a stress on point. Gets taken out by Azrael. Honey Biscuit just barely able to get on point. 99.2. Last minute
forced overtime here.
recontests.
Oh, the stress does
Yeah.
sticky.
If you're Tengus here, you're thinking just at least get to over. There you go. We have overtime now.
I mean, they've gotten 2 kills, so this is one that they can possibly turn around on really tough kills, and it's like 43 for Blix. But it is
It's possible.
Katie is running low on the Morph. They don't have anyone to touch. Wow. It is 2 CP. It is on a more. You still have to basically like finish 99.3%.
99.3. Wow.
That is.
If Distress hadn't dropped from high ground at the exact time they did, that would have been over.
It was a really back and forth there towards the end. Like defensive spawn advantages, which Blix will have the pleasure of that on this round here. I mean, it is very possible Blix to get a full hold here. Like this map is not over at all. Beauty of
2 CP is unforgiving.
Beauty of 2 CP. You could be completely losing for 4 minutes and then end up with a 3-minute time bank because of the beauty of 2 CP.
It's beautiful in a way. It doesn't matter if you were losing one side of it. You could definitely just win off the other side of it.
You have, it looks like we're going to have a Rissa Sig on the side of Blix, but they do go back to Reinhardt. Reinhardt Sigma with the double hit scan. Looks like they are preparing for the Pharaoh from Distress. But Distress is a really good May player, so it is surprising that he's not playing. He's playing the Kree, well, the Cassidy Cole instead of the May in their Sim comps. That is because I think May is just like infinitely better with Sim than Cassidy is.
I mean, double lockdown with the Sim May is just nasty.
Shouldn't be allowed in the game, but it is.
It really should. Ghosty with the quick TP.
Someone got pinned. Yeah, he got pinned. Nice job by Phoenix, it was. Pinning to point right into the teleport. They're able to take down Dre. They take down Demo also. Who will Katie res it? Where's Dre? Where's Dre? Oh, Distress.
But with Distress getting staggered so hard, Demo will be able to get back in time. So
I do like seeing the aggressiveness from Blix just to make sure that like they are not able to set up a good set. Blix are not going to let them set up a good set. If they do lose this fight, you know, the question becomes how long will they try it? How long will they try until they give up on it?
Phoenix does use Shatter, doesn't find anything, does get taken out.
Azrael is getting a little Azrael drop. Katie's up there, so nice job on the side of Spellbound. They are able to. They take it faster than Blitz did. They will have about a 5.5 minute time bank. But it is, you can get held for 5.5 minutes on the mark.
Alright, and we do see...
Left side. Nice. So you do, I love this rotation. This is probably my favorite rotation. Because you just don't expect it. Like, it is just... you just don't expect it.
Oh, Spellbound are just speed running this. They are going in right now. I think that's a team kill. Nice play there by Bambi and Honey Biscuit, holding up the ball from coming out.
That's the Sim TP on left side. Like, I think it happens as so few. Oh, look at Gary rocking the Florida Mayhem skin. Gangnam Jin. Let them up. I do think the Sim TP to left side, a second point from the attacker spawn, like it doesn't happen as much, so I don't know if people are ever really like expecting it, and when you get hit with it, it is tough.
Oh, it's just nasty. You have no chance to fight them before they get on point. Now I have to start the difficult process of flipping all our spectators over. They don't pay me enough for this. I'm done.
Next map is Rialto, correct?
Yes. That Rialto is like the pinnacle to me of payload map done right. Like I love that map. There's boot potential, but not too much. All right. We do have Spellbound. I think they won all three. Yeah, 3-0, right?
Yeah, they won 3-0, correct.
Yeah. So they've already won the series. We do see a swap coming in for them with Link coming in for Distress. Potentially, if they join. And we have no swaps on the side of Blix. So I guess we're just waiting for Link to come in, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, there we go.
So my plan this weekend was to stay up all night Friday and Saturday to get into a new sleeping rotation. But I'm probably going to go to sleep like at, I don't know, 11 o'clock and just completely ruin my entire weekend.
Are you trying to prep for converting over to like a nocturnal night schedule or a sleep schedule?
Yeah.
Or
yeah, basically, yeah. And
got it. Oh, that's tough. Oh, that's so tough. I used to work nights at
I don't
Walmart.
really I'm not like a coffee drinker. I think it's not nasty. I just don't think it doesn't do it for me. Honestly, it puts me to sleep more than it wakes me up. So
I'm not huge on the flavor of coffee.
The best part about it is honestly like it burning the inside of your mouth and your throat. Like that helps you wake up. But out like the caffeine itself really doesn't do it for me, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I would rather drink an energy drink than coffee any day. Unless it's like a French vanilla cappuccino, which, you know, those are really good. But they're full of sugar and cream and stuff. It's more like candy than coffee.
Do you have ready? My roommate, he's a big coffee drinker. He gets like a different bottle of creamer every time. I've seen like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I've seen like Oreo flavored stuff that I've never even like knew that they had for creamer. Like I thought it was just like the plain old French vanilla, hazelnut, like Irish cream, stuff like that. Like he has like an array of coffee creamers.
That's pretty impressive.
Dedication.
Yeah, that's definitely dedication to the coffee grind. Just waiting on Blix to give their readies. They said they needed a second. I thought about typing out okay 1 and then saying are you ready, but I decided against it. Oh, okay. We see a bit of a swap coming in. More of a, restructuring. So we see Phoenix swapping from the tank role to the DPS role, and Azrael going to the tank role. And I think that's the only change. This I can't read, which is very possible. Yep, that's it. Alright, we got the ready from both sides, so we'll go. Oh! I didn't change the map. Rookie mistake, my pay is gonna be cut in half.
Did you hit circle too fast? Because sometimes when you forget, okay. Because sometimes a lot of people like crash if you hit start and then you hit circle really fast. A lot of people like crash and you have to leave.
We can test it. I'm joking.
Welcome to Rialto. Initiating match.
Alright. I feel like there's kind of two schools of thought here for like defending Rialto first point.
Mm-hmm.
There's either, well, we'll just hold this first corner here and just let them push to this corner, or we're gonna hold this bridge and try to get boob kills and just hold right here. I feel like there's no in between.
Wait, do people try to hold a bridge to get boob kills? I know Lucio's do it, or like Orissa's. But I don't know, is it like a team?
I've seen like Orisa Hog holding right here at the back of a bridge and just going for like boob kills with like a Lucio.
Toxicity. That is fine.
Yeah, and I've seen one also have a Pharah for extra boob. So there's two schools of thought, I feel, with defending this first point.
It looks like I was gonna call him Phoenix. I don't know why. Blix. They're going for hold corner, poke him down with Pharaoh, Kree, Ana. Whereas we have Blink right now on the Widow, Ghosty back on the Echo, Gary on the Moira, Sweet on the Lucio, and then the Dice Snake for the Monkey Diva. I do think Mauricio's a bit weird to run into this monkey comp. For the most part, like the DPS are OP DPS, especially the Widow. You're not gonna be playing fast with Widowmaker, you know. Demo is able to take out the Echo. I think he's
reset?
Switching. Yeah, I think he's switching here. I know he really does like Reaper, so you could also play Reaper with this, which would probably make more sense. But it looks like he's staying over there. Gary is able to take down the Ana, but Mercy does have res. A lot of Spellbound is getting low here. Yeah,
Azrael taking out Jerry, Hunky taking out Bambi, Phoenix, D-Mech, and Honey Biscuit. Hunky finishing the job.
I do think Dive is probably, at least first point of Rialto, well, I think the entirety of Rialto. I don't know if Dive is really epic. Maybe Ball? Like, maybe?
I could see Ball being really good here because there's a lot of weird angles and stuff you can take with his grappling hook. High Dude comes out from Dre. Only gets Honey Biscuit. Phoenix finding 3 picks on Spellbound. Dre finding Ghosty as well. Overall, I'm really liking the aggression from Blix and just kind of they're bending, but they're not breaking.
It's like they had a more first point defense, where they were just the aggressors. They weren't allowing them to set up, get in range to do what they want to do.
We do see the Sim TP. Dre finding 2 picks pretty immediately though. Make that a 3K. And Phoenix does get the credit for the boob kill onto Honey Biscuit. Overall, a really good defense so far from Blix.
And Dre already has another dead up. Link switches over to the Creeps. Switches off. The Septic was rather interesting.
Bomb comes out from Honky, doesn't find anything. Duplicate bomb comes out, doesn't get anything, but does knock the shield down from Azrael. Nano Run comes out. Maybe more of a defensive ult to kind of try and keep Azrael up.
Nice beat coming out for there. Gets all six. Bambi
Aggressive beat comes out.
Oh, Bambi gets
Shatter finds 3.
He's trying to touch it over the ledge. He's probably gonna switch here.
30 seconds.
He's probably gonna switch here.
Yeah, most likely. Ooh, Azrael with the fire strike kill.
Phoenix does stay on the fair. Which, I mean, I think fair is actually, this is a really good fair point. There's a lot of tall buildings within the side around here, especially on the back.
I agree. Just really kind of unfortunate with the ult pretty much being canceled there.
Yeah. I mean, with Mirage, you can get like quick 3 kills, though. Nice job. Nice shatter coming out for Azrael.
Big 3-man shatter. Blix doing a good job of cleaning up the picks there. Dre getting a 2K.
Blix start coming up onto about 4 ults here. Tank, DPS, and both support. Whereas Spellbound, Link is opening up with Deadeye and takes out the pharmacy. That is max value, honestly. You can take out Sweet, but Dre is sneaking behind. Looks like he's going. Oh, he's trying to kill Link. Oh.
Engaged.
He's gonna play there.
Ghosty comes out with the Diva. Duplicate bomb comes out.
Systems checked out. I'm back in the fight.
Azrael can get a lot of fights.
Honey Biscuit with a big 2K bomb there. And getting the D-Mech onto Hungy. I think this is going to be a bit of a stagger for Phoenix and for Hungy. Nice stun there, keeping Azrael from being able to touch the point and stall it.
2 minutes here, like, this is probably 2 fights max, I would say, for Spellbound coming up here. This point of view also can be...
It's really the point between the end of the point and attacking spawn is so long.
It really
so
is.
I agree that it's 2, maybe 3 fights max at 2 minutes. A big shatter finds 5.
Trying to make it 1 fight, honestly. Trying to get it over with here.
I don't blame him.
Up with 2K there, ain't taking on
Link goes to use the Deadeye, gets stunned out of it by Dre, but Dre falls to Link. Link finding 3 so far in this fight. Jerry using the window there. Honey Biscuit bombs coming out. Finds another 2.
a big shatter coming in from Azrael.
Big shatter. Immortality field comes out. It's taken out immediately.
Ghosty with what? 2K on Reinhardt? Ghosty has really preferred to copy the tanks here. I have noticed. She has really preferred to copy the tanks. And she has gotten value. She's gotten value on the Diva, on the Reinhardt there. She got a quick 2K close out the round. Nice job on the side of Spellbound though. It looks like at one point they would be lucky to even cap point A, and then they end up capping the entire map with time left.
Not in overtime either. I do want to point out, I don't know if you caught it on stream, but when Ghosty killed, I think Demo on the Baptiste, he was jumping, so he just kind of went up really, really high, and then came down super slow. It's really funny. All right, but on the side of Blix, we do see a monkey and a diva, and with a Widow Doomfist and Lucio Ana. And on the side of Spellbound Tengus, we do see a Rhine diva with McCree, Cassidy.
This Widow Doomfist could be nasty. It's a heavy pick, but those picks could be moving.
2, 1.
It's feast or famine for sure.
The Doomfist into the Korean jump rope could be not so fun for Phoenix here. Azrael on the monkey, really showcasing his flexibility.
Dre with a quick 2 picks though.
Honestly, sometimes that's all you need. Really opens the fight there. Doing 2 IL.
Don't really see Blix move in with those 2 picks though, and they are already back.
Step right up.
Got both the snipers. Let's go.
Little flanky flank on the 3 on the right side.
Do you see the Doomfist fall there? Honey Biscuit takes them out.
I mean, if you're Blix, you know, there's no reason to throw this Scourge here after this first minute and a half. Like, Spellbound was in the same situation. I don't think Spellbound capped until about 30 seconds to go. And it kind of just steamrolled after that. And we also, most escorts are that way. We kind of get ahead of steam. Shouldn't be self-necessary down. So as well, goes back over to the right now. Nice job taking out Bambi there. Nano fire shot. Ghosty does take out the enemy, but doesn't really matter. Already down 4 players on the side of Blix. I mean, on the side of Spellbound.
Update. Target destroyed.
Really good fight there from Blix. Able to find picks really fast, and they're on the aggressive side of the bridge here, trying to keep Spellbound from being able to touch.
And he takes out Reinhardt with a dead eye. So Spellbound actually gets a hold here with 1.15 meters to go. Spellbound gets a hold.
And a late stagger onto Phoenix. That's pretty big for them.
Like we said with point C about how the ending was very far away from attacker's spawn, it's the same here on first point. Getting stopped here is probably the absolute worst place to get stopped because it is a long walk.
It's a long walk. Yeah, we maybe have time for 2 quick fights here. Only 1 long fight though.
Very takes that sweet belly. Does take out the Reinhardt.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Once he switches to the tank, he's got a lot of value.
Do see Phoenix copy the Reinhardt here. Does take out Ghosty.
If they can clutch this out, that'd be huge for stuff. They can figure out how to clutch this. Big 3K on the side of Bambi. Oh, sweet.
Sweet with the 2K.
That looks like Blix had that one. That was very impressive.
We do see being online for Spellbound as well, being able to maybe counteract some of these aggressive ults on the side of Blix. That's a big healer down for Blix. Oh, and Tyre gets a short. Hunky finds 2 picks with the Diva Bomb, though.
And they get
Beat comes out from Demo.
This is a 4v2. Like, Spellbound should win, but that's not what always happens. Katie does make it back on the moor.
And Azrael able to get back. High Noon comes out.
They take out Junkrat.
Does get Azrael.
And they get D back a while. Blix is in this completely. Like, this is going to be a quick Diva Bomb on this This is a very winnable map. Well, very winnable point for Blix.
I'm back in the fight.
And things just the D-Net kill into Honey Biscuit.
It could go either way at this point.
Nice
Trey finding the
huge
2K tire.
Out of nowhere. Wow. Nice job on the side of Blix. I honestly thought Spellbound had it. I really thought.
I did too.
It was a 4v2 on point. Like I thought Spellbound would clutch it out.
If Azrael hadn't swapped to the ball there, Spellbound would have definitely had that point. So that's a good fast swap there from Azrael. Ghosty does find the pick onto Phoenix. Uses the bomb. Bomb doesn't find anything. Koa does take out Demo.
Azrael falls into the river. The lake, but never caught.
He just wanted to go for a swim.
I would love to swim in the Delta River. Like honestly, like that would be like.
It looks very pretty. Plus the boats play music. I didn't know that.
Is it the boats or is it like
It might be the offense. I'm not entirely sure. Link finding the 2K. Bambi getting a pin onto Azrael as well.
Time to read my APM.
And just like that, we're down to a minute left for Blix to attack here on second.
They
Street
are
space.
down Obama Buster on the bat though, so they are seeming so wanting to back out here and regroup. Their main source of healing is like every time Gary has died first, it hasn't been in the fight. I don't think Spellbound has won a single fight.
Yeah, you definitely want your Baptiste with you.
Nice pin on Bambi's feeling really confident. When you feel confident as a Reinhardt player, it is like night and day with what you can do. What do you love?
30 seconds remaining.
Ooh, Link finds the nice stun kill onto Link. Or Phoenix. Link finds the stun kill onto Phoenix. Jesus. And this is last fight. 15 seconds left. Blix does have 3 ults online. Spellbound having a lot of ultimates close. Hunky finds a pick onto Sweet with the bomb.
Nice, that was a great immortality on the side of Gary there to save Bambi as he got pinned. Also, I think Sweet kind of like just barely walked in front of Bambi shield there. Nice eat on the side of Honey Biscuit there. Another
Link finding the pick onto Katie. Trey taking out Link. Ghosty taking out Dre.
Nice big window on the side of Gary. Take down Azrael. And Spellbound with a pretty surprising 4-0 versus Blix. Blix has not lost a game since opening week against C11. And they have looked extremely impressive in each of their 4 games since. And for Spellbound, really nice job on side of Spellbound. This was a very impressive thing from everyone on Spellbound, I feel like. But I don't know if Ghosty is like a DPS or a tank main, but I've seen her play more tank than DPS, and her DPS tonight definitely was up there with everyone else in the lobby. I thought Honey Biscuits, nice job on side of Spellbound for all around.
It's gonna be a tough discussion. if you want to convince me that anyone else besides Honey Biscuits deserves tank MVP. They played so cracked tonight. Like, I know we haven't got nominations yet, but I mean, Honey Biscuit is just kind of solidified in my mind.
I don't think you can
that's
say,
her tank MVP.
I don't think you can even like it's Honey Biscuits no matter like no matter what. Like Honey Biscuits on the tank tonight played absolutely out of their mind.
Yeah, I think you have anybody else in that tank slot, you don't see Spellbound Tengus win all 4 maps tonight, 100%.
And I will say something that I know Spellbound has had like an issue with, like Honey Biscuit. She can't stay on for too long on certain days, and so there have been games where like she would play the first 2 maps, they look really good, and then they have to sit her. She can't play the last 2 maps, and it is like blatantly night and day. And Honey Biscuit showed tonight that if she plays all 4 maps, Spellbound is a completely different team. Yeah,
Honey Biscuit's definitely I would say a leader on Tengus, I would say. Sets the pace. I don't even need nominations for that one. Honey Biscuit is gotta be tank MVP.
Bambi nominates Hungy and Katie for DPS. For what is it?
Tank
MVP
and support.
For MVP.
Yeah. I will say Dre had fantastic night tonight. Azrael on the DPS had a fantastic night tonight. They both played well. Distress, just awesome on the McCree. Very nice job on the Pharah. Ghosty, though, I will say, played a lot of different heroes tonight. The main thing they were on was on Symmetra. I feel like that Symmetra play just kind of made the difference a lot of the time. With the smart or different, not expecting teleporters. The turret placement was pretty spot on. And just, melting shields, destroying, just getting rid of the main tank. I would personally go for Ghosty.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I think Ghosty really surprised me tonight. Like, you're in a DPS lobby with, like, Ill Weakness was Distress, Dre, Azrael, like, proven, like, star-studded DPS lines, and then you come in probably as, like, I don't know if it's like an alpha. I know she plays it in tier 3. I don't know if she's played it much in tier 2. But she absolutely held her own tonight.
I agree. I definitely I think it was a big difference maker in a lot of scenarios, especially on Hanamura. So that would be my pick. As for support, Sweet had a great game. Demo really surprised. I haven't seen Demo play a lot of support, but the Ana value was incredible on Numbani. KDB fantastic on support as always. I can never knock KDB on support. But I genuinely, the play on Numbani defense, just hanging back, having the, perfectly timed immortality fields, the just sheer amount of healing output every single map by Jerry, you can't argue against it.
The 26k in 16 minutes, like that's like...
That's insane.
Yeah.
The amount of deaths prevented,
his impact
count.
was shown, like, the few times that he did get picked first somehow, or he wasn't in the fight. Like,
yeah,
the impact was like they really didn't say.
You felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue against Obama Buster for MVP on support.
I agree. Obama Buster played. I honestly was like he's played like that before, but that was like one of Well, he hasn't played like that in a long time. Like, he played really well tonight. He was really, really feeling himself.
Mm-hmm. So, are we in agreement? Honey Biscuit for tank MVP, Ghosty for your DPS MVP, and Obama Buster for support?
Yes, I do agree
with
those.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that'll do it for us tonight. If you're just tuning in, just at the very, very end, score is 4-0 in favor of Spellbound Tengus. But with that, I think that will wrap up our broadcast. Thanks for coming and watching a game with us.
Yeah, we do have a game Saturday, tomorrow, Cosmic Omnics versus Beast Planet Enter 3. So if you're able to watch that, then definitely show up for that. Those are two pretty good.
Oh, it's going to be a good game.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, have a nice night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I'll stop it. Okay, we can do this. Yeah. I haven't